about its nutrition today. Now, tell me, what are we going to be doing with the nutrition today?
Well, just go backwards, I think that we had a lot of feedback in terms of the company, and some people have asked us for more information about the health booking system we're using. So that's some good feedback from the last things. But today we're going to talk about the nutrition side. We're also going to talk about, I think you're going to be doing a very important topic.
Yes, very important. How we unconsciously use vitamins and nutrients in the food by the way we prepare our food.
And then I'm going to be doing something amazing, which is called the carrot test. And guys, look out for this carrot test. We talk about detail, there's a lot of detail in this carrot test for the health of you and your family. So on that note, we'll get started. Now, have you heard the expression, you are what you eat? And I'm not saying if you eat a carrot, you're a carrot, but just listen to that expression carefully. You are what you eat. Now, if you look carefully here, these are some of the lifestyle diseases that are on the increase today. You see here, we see heart disease, we see high cholesterol, digestive problems, high blood pressure, obesity, cancer, diabetes, stroke, and many more. And all of these have one thing in common. Do you know what that one thing in common is? I'm just going to give you time to think about it. Now that one thing in common is our diets. And doctors tell us if we're concerned with any one of these, we should be concerned with all of them because they are linked to our diets. And the biggest culprit for most of these things is the fats that we use to cook our food. The World Health Authority say the best cure for most of these lifestyle diseases is prevention. And the problem is that we have lack of proper nutrition in our diets. They say that we are one of the most overfed, undernourished generation that ever lived. Which means that we have food in abundance, but very little nutritional value. So what we're going to share with you today is how we can retain a lot of the nutritional value in our food. Also, what we're going to show you today is how you can eat and still be healthy. How you can eat and still maintain the weight that you should have at the time. Now we say one thing, that our food can either be our medicine or our poison. And the next the next thing we're going to share with you today is we're going to share with you how you retain the nutritional value. So on that note, I'm going to pass on to my colleague.
Welcome back. Now, as you've heard from my colleague about the lifestyle diseases we find in the houses today, now those are the problems that are rising today because of the way we prepare our food. Now, nutritional experts say the average one loses up to 85% of the nutrients in the way they cook their food. Now, they've given us 6 enemies to nutrition. The first enemy is peeling. Now, what the nutritional experts are saying is anything that is grown under the ground, like your yam, your carrots, your ginger, the nutrients are just under the skin. So when you peel, what you're doing is taking almost most of the nutrients off. Okay? Now, anything that is growing above the ground, like your apples, your cabbage, your plantain, the nutrients are right in the center. So when we cook and we take all those things out, what we're doing is we're not really eating the nutrients. Okay? The next enemy to nutrition, the nutritional experts say, is water. Now, they're not saying water is an enemy to nutrition. We all need to drink water. It's cooking our water-soluble vegetables in water. Now, for example, if you were cooking ugu or something in the house, okay, something with color. Now, when you cook the ugu and you're throwing the water away, what color is the water? It's almost the same color as the vegetable you've grown. Now, would you agree with me that water has leached out all the vitamins and nutrients? Because that's what the water does to your water-soluble vegetables. The next enemy to nutrition is oxidation. Now, oxidation is the effect of air and light on your food. Now, for example, if I had an apple, I bit it, put it down, walked to the door, to just open the door for somebody, and came back to that apple. Do you realize what color the apple has changed to? It's gone a bit brownish. Now, what's happened there, and when you taste it, it's not as crunchy and sweet as before, because the air light has stripped all the goodness from it. It's just like even cutting your yam. When you leave it for a while, you see there's a brown thing. Now, before you cook it, what do? You cut that off, because that's not going to taste nice. Now, we cook in an airtight container, okay, to stop this oxidation from taking place. Now, we also say, if you can smell your food, it's your vitamins and your nutrients waving you goodbye. Basically, what you're cooking in your house, the next door neighbor shouldn't smell. If they do, that means your vitamins and nutrients are waving you goodbye. So we cook in an airtight container. Now, the next enemy to nutrition is high heat. Now, we all know in the African environment, we like to cook our food on high heat because, why? We believe that the higher the heat, the more the food will be cooked. But I just want to ask you one quick question. Before we had baby sterilizers, do you remember how our parents used to sterilize the baby's bottles? They used to put it in a big pan, put the bottle in, and boil it for a long time. Why? Because they wanted to kill the germs, and also they wanted to sterilize the baby's bottle. Now, I just want to ask a quick question. If you put your vegetables on that much high heat, what do you think we're doing to it? What we're doing to it is we're sterilizing that vegetable as well. So we've lost all the vitamins and nutrients, and now we're trying to get it back. We tend to put artificial taste to it. We get salt, we get Maggi, we get this to get the taste back. But if we hadn't cooked our food on that much high heat, we would have been tasting the food in its own natural juices. The next enemy to nutrition is microwave. Now, most houses have microwaves. What do we use the microwave for? Probably just because it's really fast. We warm the food really quickly. But do we actually know what is warming the food in there? The next enemy to nutrition is high heat. Now, what nutritional experts are saying is high heat is one of the factors that takes the nutrients and vitamins out of our food. So now, in Africa, we like to cook our food on high heat. Why? Because we think the higher the heat, the quicker the food will get cooked. Now, I just want to talk to you about something. I just want to ask you a little question. Now, before we had baby sterilizers, do you remember how our parents sterilized the baby's bottles? Right, this is what they did. They put it in a big pan, brought it up to boil, okay? Now, why did they do that? They did that because they said they were killing the germs, okay? And also sterilizing the baby's bottles. Now, if we are cooking our vegetables on that much high heat, the same heat we used to sterilize baby's bottles, what do you think we are doing to our vegetables? You got it right. We are sterilizing our vegetables. So basically, we're taking the nutrients out and then adding other things like Maggi, salt, and everything into the food. Okay? Now, the next enemy to nutrition is, with the high heat as well, we have the roasting, grilling, and steaming. Now, steaming occurs at a higher heat than boiling. Okay. Now, the next enemy to nutrition is the microwave. Now, most homes have the microwave. Why do we use the microwave? Because it's easy and it's quick. Okay, we just put our food in there, warm it up, and within seconds it's hot. Now, do we actually know what is cooking or warming our food up in the microwave? If you put your food on the gas, you know it's the gas doing it. If you put your food on the electric cooker, you know it's electric. But do we actually know what is cooking our foods in the microwave? Now, microwaves have allegedly been linked to cancer. So why would we put our food into a microwave to cook it? What we are doing is we are nuking the food. Okay. The last enemy to nutrition is fats and oils. Now, fats and oils make your food 7 to 8 times harder to digest. Plus, they give us those extra inches we try so hard to lose. Now, for example, if you were frying a piece of chicken, okay? So what I'm going to do now is, this is going to represent my chicken, okay? When we're frying, what are we doing? We're frying with oil. So I'm going to use my apron as my oil, okay? So this is the chicken, this is the oil. What we are doing with the chicken is, we are wrapping the chicken in oil. Do you understand? Now, we eat with our eyes and digest with our stomachs. So when we see the chicken, our eyes will go yummy, yummy. But when we eat it, because we've wrapped it in oil, the stomach goes, what's in it for me? Because basically what the stomach needs to do is to digest through that oil before it gets into the food. So now it says, well, there's too much oil, I can't digest it. So guess what it does? It stores it in the places that it's not supposed to be, but most importantly, on your arteries. Now, your body doesn't need a lot of food. It just needs the required vitamins and nutrients to keep you fit and healthy. Now, for example, let's say you went to a buffet and you ate all you can eat, okay, for maybe 50,000 naira, okay? Now, you come home and you're so stuffed. I mean, like you ate a lot at the buffet and you are stuffed. So you come home, you're like, why did I eat all that food? So you watch a bit of telly and 3 hours later, you're hungry. Now, come to think of it, why are you so hungry after eating all that food? Number one, maybe the vitamins and nutrients are not in there. So basically, all these enemies of nutrition have taken out the goodness in your food, so all you are eating is chaff. Now your body is looking for that vitamins and nutrients, it can't find it. It sends a signal to your brain saying, where are my vitamins and nutrients? But we as humans, we interpret it as we are hungry. So what do? We go and eat again. What you're going to see now with my colleague is what we call the carrot test. This shows us how unconsciously we lose vitamins and nutrients in our food. Now, I really need you to pay attention to this because normally we do this at home, but it's amazing what you're going to see. So I want you to really pay attention to this part of this presentation.
Thank you, Aqua, for that great presentation on the nutritional value, how we retain our nutritional value in our food. Just like Aqua mentioned, on average in Salad Master we retain 93% of the nutritional value. And also what Aqua said was, by us peeling, by us adding water, by us applying high heat, we lose more of the nutritional value. Just like Aqua said, I'm going to go through with you a practical example of how we lose nutrition in the food just by the way we prepare and cook our food. And this test is what we call the carrot test. So just what I want to do first is just wash my hands first. I'd like to wash my hands just to demonstrate. Now remember, nowadays we have to be very hygienic, don't we? Yeah? And the reason why is because if you know what day this is, we're in April. And at the moment we are on lockdown, and obviously the coronavirus is around at the moment. But maybe later on when you see this, it will not be around, just so that you understand why. Now, what I'd like to do is I'd like to show you a little bit about the carrot. Now, this is a carrot. As you know, it just looks like a carrot. It feels like a carrot. But the difference between this carrot and most carrots is, guess what? When we're preparing and cooking our food, we peel it. Now what we recommend is, in Salad Master, is we recommend that you don't peel the carrot. You just wash it with a vegetable brush and water, but please don't peel it. Why should you not peel it? Because remember, we lose up to 50% on average of the nutritional value if we peel it. Now, this is our Salad Master machine. This is our Salad Master machine. Remember, this is where Salad Master got its name from this world famous Salad Master machine. It comes with 5 cones. You can see cone number 1, cone 2, cone 3, cone 4, cone 5. I will be using cone number 1 for this experiment. And why cone number 1? Because I like the shape. Now you can use the cones based on shape. Now remember what Aqua said earlier on. Remember what she said? She said you can get this machine free. So please talk to the person that invited you or sent you this video to ask the person, how can I get my free Salad Master machine? Now remember, this is the carrot. We haven't peeled it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it through this salad master machine. Look at that. Remember, look how nice and easy that is. It's easy to use and it's free. Look at that nice box. You know, because I enjoy that so much, I'm going to cut another carrot. Now here we go. We're going to take another one. Look at it. Nice carrot. Wow. Look at that. Look at that. Don't you want one? Don't you want one? Well, I want one because why? It's free. So look, let me just run through the process. Remember, what we've done with this is, let me just show you the camera. Look at this. Nice, 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 nice. You see that? Nice, nice, nice. Look at that. Nice and bright. Look at that. Nice. Look at that. Wow. Don't you want one of this carrot? So now, usually what happens is, the problem we have is we go to the supermarket, we go to the market, we buy a carrot, and guess what we do? In that carrot that we buy, we have 100% nutritional value. Remember what I said just now, 100% nutrition in this carrot. Why is there 100% nutrition in this carrot? Because we haven't tampered with it yet. Let me taste untampered carrot. I'm just going to take a taste, a little taste. Remember this carrot, we haven't peeled it, we haven't boiled it, we haven't added water to it. Great carrot, look at that. Lovely, colourful, untampered carrot. Just like my colleague says, let's take this through the enemies of nutrition. Let's take this through the process that we go through when we cook our carrot, or when we cook any vegetables that are grown under the ground. Remember, it's a journey. We go to the shop, we buy that carrot, we then, guess what we do? We peel it. Then what we do is, when we peel it, we chop it up. And then what happens next is we add water. Now, what I'm going to do is add a glass of water to this carrot. Add a glass of water. And this glass of water is just to simulate water that you would add to the carrot if you were cooking the carrot. But in this case, we're not cooking the carrot. We're just adding the cold water to the carrot. Now, let me just show you this very carefully. You can see what I'm doing here is I'm just making sure that all the carrot goes into the water. Now, just like when you're cooking, all the carrot will be in the water. But in this case, we are not boiling this carrot. We've just stirred it for a few seconds, and let's see what happens to this carrot. Let's see what happens to this carrot, and let's see what happens to the water. Now, you remember what colour the water was before? Now, let's just show you. Wow. Wow. Just like my colleague says, if you peel, you lose some nutrition. If you add water, you lose even more nutrition. Because the water-soluble vitamins and minerals dissolve into the water. In this case, you've seen the colour change. The colour change means that vitamins have dissolved in the water. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do another test. I'm going to taste this carrot again after it's been altered by the water. And this is just a test you should do at home. This carrot does not taste the same. In fact, the flavour is almost not there. Where has the flavour gone? Well, if the water has changed, it means the flavour has gone into the water, or most of the flavour has gone into the water. So what we have, flavour, we identify flavour by minerals. So that means in this water on its own, it has vitamins and minerals. And that's one of the reasons why we say, don't peel, don't add water, don't apply high heat, try not to get the oxidization, don't expose your food to air and light while you're cooking it, keep the temperatures down, try not to steam, and also don't come back home and then use the microwave to make it even worse. Now, some people say they use this for gravy. But I say to them, when you use this for gravy, what temperature are you boiling this gravy at? Because if you're boiling above 90 degrees, you're losing most of the nutritional value. Now, what is the solution to this? What is the solution to us to keeping this nutrition in our food? How we can keep this nutrition in our food is by making sure we keep this inside here. How can we keep this inside here? By making sure we cook our vegetables without water. By making sure we don't peel. By making sure we don't apply high heat. So this is exactly what happens. Now, usually what happens is when you taste that carrot and it doesn't taste so good, or when you taste that yam and it doesn't taste so good, guess what you now do? You start adding salt. You start adding Maggi and seasoning. And why? To put the flavor back in. But it had flavor in the first place. So what I'm saying to you today is really what my colleague said earlier, which is keep the nutrition in our food. We buy 100% nutrition. We should not throw the nutrition away during the preparation and cooking method. Thank you very much. And now, what I'm going to share with you for the next series that we're going to have is going to be about the actual healthy cooking system. The healthy cooking system that we're going to show you that we use. Why do we use the healthy cooking system? Because what we want to do is we want to preserve the nutritional value in the food. And a lot of people have said to us, how can I cook without water? How can I cook at a lower heat? The next series is going to demonstrate to you the quality and the technology, yeah, and all the different things that we're going to show you about the healthy cooking system. So I'm looking forward to seeing you soon on the next one. Thank you very much.